Welcome to this new episode. Today we're diving into what it really means to build a biotech company, especially in the early preclinical research stage. It's not just about having a cool scientific idea. There's a lot more to it.
Right. It's easy to think biotech is just about discovery, like finding a new molecule or a technology that might solve a problem. But building a serious biotech company means organizing that science into a system that can move discoveries forward responsibly and effectively.
Exactly. And to bring this to life, we're looking at the Biotech International Institute, or BII, which is an early-stage biotech company. They're thinking big, beyond just one product, focusing on platforms, pipelines, evidence, partnerships, and discipline.
So in this episode, we'll explore how companies like BII build the foundation for long-term success in preclinical biotech research. That's the stage before clinical trials even begin.
Let's start with the basics. Every biotech company begins with discovery, a scientific insight, a molecule, a biological question, or a therapeutic hypothesis that might solve a real problem.
But discovery alone isn't enough. A serious biotech company is defined by how it organizes, protects, tests, funds, partners, and advances that discovery over time.
Yeah, it's like having a great recipe. That's discovery. But running a successful restaurant means organizing the kitchen, sourcing ingredients, training staff, managing finances, and marketing the food. You need structure and discipline.
I like that analogy. So BII is still early stage. Their platforms are patent pending, and their research programs need independent validation and partner support. But they're building with a company mindset from the start.
That company mindset is crucial. It's not just about the idea, but how you build a system around it.
Which brings us to the platform mindset. Big biotech and pharmaceutical companies don't think in isolated ideas. They think in platforms and pipelines.
Right. A platform is a scientific foundation that can support multiple programs or products. So instead of one-off inventions, you have a family of opportunities.
And one validation can help the next. It's about building repeatable capabilities, not just a single product.
BII's portfolio is a great example. They work in neurological research, precision peptides, fungal-inspired neurobiology, cannabinoid scaffolds, and bioecological livestock protection.
Those areas seem quite different, but they're connected by the same philosophy. Mechanism first, validation always.
That's a strong guiding principle. It means understanding how something works, the mechanism, and always validating it with data.
Now, to organize all this work, serious biotech companies use a pipeline. Think of it like an assembly line in manufacturing. Each step must be completed before moving to the next.
The pipeline stages include early discovery, lead selection, which is choosing the best candidate molecule or idea, analytical confirmation, preclinical validation, formulation development, safety screening, IND-enabling preparation, clinical trial planning, and finally, readiness for strategic partnerships or licensing.
Just to clarify, IND stands for Investigational New Drug Application. It's a regulatory step companies take before starting clinical trials in humans.
Thanks for that. And not every program is at the same stage. Some might be closer to third-party validation. Others might still need lead definition or formulation work.
The pipeline makes these differences visible. It prevents the company from treating every program the same, which is important for allocating resources and making decisions.
Speaking of decisions, evidence leads the way in biotech. Companies grow responsibly by letting data guide their choices, not hype or premature claims.
That means asking questions like, what does the data support? What remains uncertain? What should be tested next? Which program deserves funding now? Should any program be paused or redirected? And which partners can help answer the next questions?
Validation isn't just a scientific step. It's a company-building discipline. It protects credibility and builds trust with partners and investors.
And that brings us to partnerships, the backbone of biotech growth. No serious biotech company builds everything alone.
Partnerships are a sign of strength, not weakness. They include universities, contract research organizations, or CROs, consultants, investors, manufacturers, regulatory advisors, clinical researchers, agricultural partners, and industry groups.
Universities might help with mechanism studies and biomarker development. CROs conduct specialized lab and animal studies. Manufacturers help with production and formulation. Regulatory advisors guide compliance. Investors provide capital and strategic advice.
For BII, partnerships support a wide range of activities: receptor pharmacology, peptide stability, fermentation, nanoformulation, field validation, safety screening, clinical planning, licensing, and commercialization.
The right partners help transform platform ideas into measurable development programs.
Now, even though BII isn't a large pharmaceutical company yet, early-stage companies still need big company discipline.
That means managing portfolio structure carefully, making responsible claims without exaggeration, maintaining technical documentation and data integrity, designing studies rigorously, ensuring partners are ready and aligned, protecting intellectual property, understanding regulatory expectations, and planning for long-term development costs and commercial relevance.
The earlier these habits are built, the stronger the company becomes. Seriousness isn't something that suddenly appears at clinical trials. It's built from day one.
Communication also matters a lot. Scientific communication is part of biotech development.
Partners, investors, researchers, and the public need clear, honest information.
BII clearly distinguishes between research stage concepts, patent-pending platforms, internal technical reviews, independent validation, preclinical evidence, clinical claims, and approved products.
This clarity protects credibility and helps partners understand where the company is in the development process.
Now, let's talk about the partner journey, how a first conversation becomes a meaningful partnership.
Partnerships are more than transactions. They're structured collaborations with shared goals and clear expectations.
The partner journey has 8 steps. First, the introduction. A conversation to see if there's alignment in mission, technical interest, confidentiality needs, and expectations.
Early conversations focus on whether it makes sense to continue.
Second, information sharing. Not every conversation requires confidential materials immediately. B. I might start with public summaries, website links, or one-pagers.
If things get serious, they use NDAs, that's non-disclosure agreements, before sharing deeper materials. This protects intellectual property and confidential information.
Third, evaluation and diligence. Partners assess fit, feasibility, risks, and resources needed. This isn't a barrier but a foundation for good decisions.
Fourth, alignment and planning. Defining specific objectives, responsibilities, timelines, budgets, and success criteria.
Fifth, execution, the actual work. This might include mechanism studies, receptor profiling, biomarker panels, formulation testing, peptide stability studies, fermentation, animal health field validation, safety screening, technical review, grant development, investor-supported milestones, and regulatory planning.
Execution is guided by clear communication, documented methods, defined expectations, and responsible interpretation of results.
Sixth, analysis and review. Honest interpretation of data. What the results show and don't show. Reproducibility, safety, and whether to advance or redirect.
Seventh, decision and next steps. Making concrete decisions to advance, refine, expand, seek funding, or pause.
And finally, eighth, impact, the ultimate goal. Advancing science, improving tools, supporting health, sustainability, and community capacity.
Strong partnerships create conditions for meaningful progress, even if impact isn't immediate.
So what can partners expect from BII? Professionalism, clarity, integrity, respectful communication, clear research stage positioning, attention to confidentiality, organized platform materials, defined validation questions, realistic timelines and goals, openness to feedback, commitment to responsible claims, and a focus on shared success.
And who does BII want to collaborate with? Universities and academic labs, CROs and translational research partners, biotech and pharmaceutical companies, animal health and agricultural companies, clinical and biomarker researchers, fermentation and biosynthesis groups, formulation and delivery experts, investors and strategic advisors, and indigenous, community, and public health partners.
The right partner isn't just about size, it's about alignment, capability, integrity, and shared purpose.
To wrap up, Building like a biotech company means thinking beyond invention. It means organizing science into platforms and pipelines, using data to make decisions, partnering with the right experts, and protecting credibility through responsible communication.
And it means accepting that real biotech development is a long-term process. Not overnight, not through hype, but through structure, evidence, partnerships, and persistence.
BII's direction is clear. Research stage, patent pending, built for validation.
Their motto says it all: mechanism first, validation always.
Thanks for joining us today. We hope this gives you a clearer picture of what it really takes to build a biotech company from the ground up.
Yeah, it's a marathon, not a sprint. And it's fascinating to see how companies like BII are shaping the future of biotech innovation.
Until next time.
Take care.